Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV here, back to bring you news and commentary you can use. Listen, thank you. I cannot thank you enough for supporting me here on the channel. Your support, your feedback, your comments, your likes, your shares, all of that means so much, okay? Listen, you know, on this channel we talk about a lot of different topics. Most recently, I've been bringing you back-to-back coverage on the growing, very concerning migrant crisis concerning our U.S.-Mexico border. Well, we've seen the pictures, okay? You've seen the pictures, whether it's the thumbnails I post or other pictures on other sites where it seems like thousands and thousands of people are walking, okay, traveling, even in some instances, traveling on top of moving trains, right, to leave whatever life they had in their home country and to make the journey, okay, the long journey to cross from Mexico, okay, or through Mexico, whatever countries they're passing through, to cross the border, okay, from Mexico into the United States, okay. I've read your comments. Certainly, I can, you know, I see your frustrations in, you know, your comments and the words that you're typing. And even myself, you know, I have some concerns as well, okay? But listen, y'all, what I want to come on and tell you about today is there is a whole new caravan, okay? You've seen the very long lines. It seems like it stretches for miles, right? Of people, men, women, even children who are traveling together, okay? So what I want to come on and let you know about now is, and get your thoughts, according to my sources, there is a new caravan. A new caravan has formed in Mexico as frustrated migrants, okay, complain about visa delays. Okay, now let's see what's going on with this, y'all. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please watch this video in its entirety. Now listen, reports are saying, okay, that a new migrant caravan of approximately 2,000 people has formed in southern Mexico on Monday, okay, largely made up of people that have been on the move since Christmas Eve. Now, how many days ago was that, y'all? You can look at the calendar and do the math, right? You can count. Largely made up of people. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Largely made up of people that have been on the move since Christmas Eve, who are saying that the Mexican government's promise of transit visas last week never materialized. Okay, what's going on here, y'all? Now listen, the migrants, okay, some carrying young children. Remember how I've been saying since my very first, you know, the beginning of my coverage, I'm saying, hey, these are men, women, and children. These are families, okay, coming, whether it's to escape war-torn country, some type of internal conflict in their country, natural disaster, better way of life. Even I've seen some stories talk about poverty in their country. Okay, this is kind of what they're dealing with. What they left to come to this, you know, to come to our country, okay, in some circumstances, right? Now, according to my sources, the migrants, including some carrying young children, okay, are walking to the southern Oaxaca town of hold on just a minute. Let me see if I can pronounce it right. Tapanatepec, about 800 kilometers, or that's 480 miles. Sources say south of Mexico City by road, okay? They hope to reach Tapanatepec by nightfall, okay? The group of mostly Central American and Caribbean migrants are ultimately headed for the U.S. border. The caravan's leader, okay, now I didn't know this. I'm just learning this for the first time. The caravan of thousands of people, they actually have a leader, okay? I wonder how these particular people, they get into their leadership position. Do they get, you know, say, hey, we're going to get together and we're going to travel, make the journey across the border? How does a caravan start? Okay, if any of you have any insight, please let me know, because some of these specific details I'm just learning for the first time. And so I would like to know, how does the caravan get started, okay? Last week, okay, the information says the group had dispersed after boarding buses to processing centers in the hope of receiving travel permits, okay? So it seems like they were expecting travel permits, which would allow them and their families free transport through Mexico, okay? However, Villagrán, okay, so the leader's name is Luis Villagrán, or Villagrán, said that most migrants never received their permits. I wonder what happened, okay? Here's a quote from one Salvadorian migrant, Rosa Vasquez, who said, and I quote, "We were waiting for 2 days for a response, and the third day, immigration came." She said, okay, she then went on to say, and I quote, "We signed the papers with an agreement with our lawyer, but they never gave a response," okay? She even said that, and I quote, "Immigration lied to us. They just wanted to disperse the people," okay? So can we say that that's part of why people are seeking to leave their country, or becoming more and more frustrated because of what they're being promised and what seems like to them broken promises? Let me know your thoughts on that, okay? Now, Mexican immigration authorities did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment. One migrant from Ecuador said, "Everyone knows what our situation is." As this person said, as they walked along the highway, and he also said, and I quote, "We don't have another option." Okay, so they're feeling like, okay, according to my sources, they don't have any other option. Okay, let me know your thoughts on this. Okay, this brings a new challenge from the perspective of the migrants and why they're feeling so frustrated and why they're attempting to cross over to the U.S.-Mexico border. Now, my question is, when they get here, okay, knowing this information, are they expecting to be granted visas in the United States? Now, you know, I reported on this recently, right? The one of the what seems like stipulations, according to the Mexico president, based on the research and information I read, not only is he asking, or in some cases it sounds like a demand, right? Not only does it seem the Mexico president is demanding $20 billion from our country, right, from America, to aid in the migrant crisis, but as I shared, he's also seemed like there's a requirement about granting visas. Okay, so let me know your thoughts on this. Again, this brings a new perspective on some of the challenges that the migrants may face in their journey, okay, as we see their journey through whatever countries they're going through to Mexico to cross over into the U.S. border, okay? Let me know your thoughts. As always, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more news and commentary you can use right here on Andrea Speaks TV.